Hi, and welcome to Digital Scrapbooking and Card Making 101. I'm going to start off our series of videos by just showing you what a basic kit looks like. This is the Nature's Icon, and it's a full kit, and it carries brushes, button accents, some extras that we throw in, some papers, stamps, an instruction document which tells you what your files can do, such as PNG files, brush files, overlays, and etc. So this is handy kind of to read over. You'll know what your files can do. And in every kit we throw in a nature's, or not a nature's icon, but we throw in a contact sheet, and it shows you all the images that are in the kit. And then there's also the 2Ps digital terms of use. And this is a handy document for you to read over, and it shows you the limitations that you're going to have as far as using our products and 2Ps products for mass production, and the limitations, in the licensing. So go ahead and give that a read over, and you'll know what you can do. I'm going to cancel this out because I have some stuff ready on my workspace to get started. And excuse me, I have kind of an allergy thing going on. A little plugged up right now. I'm going to start off with one of our background papers, and this is dill texture. So what we've done with this paper is we've created a nice little fine texture for you to work with. And I'm going to start also by showing you some of the basics in Photoshop. Today I'm going to mainly work with the Move tool, and this allows me just to move things from here to there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to move the screen out of the way just a bit because I'm going to open up my Dragonfly. And this is one of the files that I've created for you. And what I've done is I've created a gradated color scheme, so it's darker on one side and lighter on the other side. This is a PNG, and you can always tell by looking up at the top. And what a PNG file is, it's got a transparent background, so it's completely clear on the background, and you can tell because there's a checkerboard. What we can do with this, I'm on my Move tool. You can tell the cursor has the crosshairs. That's a Move tool, so I can just go ahead and drag this over to my green paper, and I have my Dragonfly there. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out because I'm done with that. And really quick, I'm going to have you take a peek over here at our layers, and it's showing the layers that I'm starting to build now on this one sheet of paper. So I have my background paper, and now I have my Dragonfly. So what I can do now is I have a little flower down here. I'm going to restore this up, and I can go ahead and drag this on top, and if you notice, my layers are now going to change to where I have background paper, my Dragonfly, and now the flower. And I can get rid of this. I'm highlighted on my flower, so that means I can move that around wherever I want. And in order to move my Dragonfly, I need to go to that layer to move my Dragonfly. So you're probably saying to yourself, well, Sherry, that doesn't look so good. The Dragonfly is really covered up. And I think the Dragonfly is more of a main image than the flower. So I can just move my Dragonfly by a single click and a drag, and that goes on top. So I can still move everything around. Now, in order to move my flower, I need to click on my flower, and I can still move that around. Okay? What I can also do with this is I'm going to right-click the flower, and this brings up a dialog box of things that I can do. I'm going to go to Blending Options. I'm going to do a drop shadow on these images. So my dialog box is now up. If I were just to click on the drop shadow, it's going to go ahead and put a drop shadow on my flower, if you want to watch there. So it just got a bit of a drop shadow there. I like to have a little bit more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the word drop shadow, and that brings up a screen for me where I can adjust it to however I want. And usually when I do my own drop shadows, I do a 15 distance and a 25 size. So I've just clicked my cursor in front of that 5, and I'm going to add a 1 just by typing it in. And I'm going to add a 2 in front of the size, or in front of the 5 for a 25 size. So 15 distance, 25 size, that's what I usually work with, and that's what I like. So I'm going to click OK. So now my flower has a little bit deeper drop shadow. Now I want to do the same to my Dragonfly. So I'm going to right click, go to Blending Options, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the word drop shadow to get my other dialog box. And I will type in a 1 and a 2 to give me 15 and 25. So now my dragonfly has its own drop shadow. Okay, another fun thing that we can do with these is I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, oops, and I'm going to go to Rotate, and to show you what we can do with these just in this editing program. Notice that my cursor now has a little curve with 2 arrows. Well, I can just single click that and drag my dragonfly around, and that rotates that. So you can drag it to whatever angle that you want. I'll just go ahead and keep it at that one. We'll let that go ahead and save it. We can also go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. And now I can shrink it down just by dragging in the corner. I can elongate it, just kind of play around however you want it. And if you happen to have distorted it and where you don't want to save the changes, then you can just go up to the circle with the strike through and click that, and that gets it back to where it was. If I wanted to save this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File, Save As, and I like to create my own little folder. So I've gone back to my actual kit. I'm going to create new folder, and I'm going to title this WIP for Work in Progress. And now I'm going to select that and open this up. And I'm going to put flower dragonfly on dill. And once I want to make sure that this is a copy. I want to make sure it's in Photoshop so that I can preserve my layers and work with those again. So it has my layers. And I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And that will save this at maximum capabilities, or compatibilities, excuse me. Give this a chance to save. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. My computer's had a workout lately too. It's running a little slow. Okay, so now if you notice, this still says Hero Arts paper and dill, and when I go to close this out, I don't want to save these changes because I want to get back to my original paper. So I'm going to tell that no. And just to show you that I can always get back to that other file, I'm going to open it up. Here's my work in progress, my flower dragonfly. So I can highlight that and open that up, which might take a second because my computer's been thinking really hard. I think it's because the video capture. It's nearly embarrassing. There it is. Okay, so here we go. Here's my file again, which I can play with my layers. And I'm going to conclude this video. And remember, this is Digital Scrapbooking Card Making 101. And I'll be back later with some more ways to use your brushes and how to load those. Thanks and have a good day.